It's late October. It's pretty warm. It's actually sunny. It's giving me loads of energy. And we're talking about a topic that I haven't talked about in so long. Today I'm talking a bit about technology. A lot of my videos have been on being outdoors and being out in nature for the past few months, but I haven't talked about the technology I use to create my vlogs and videos too much for a while. And as a millennial, as a young person, being born into this era of technology with computers and phones and cameras and all this stuff, I think it is quite important to talk about it and just address it. And also, as a filmmaker, as a documentary filmmaker and a vlogger, I think it would be cool to share with you how I make my films and how I make my vlogs. And yeah, that's what I want to talk about. So this video is going to be about the most important accessories when it comes to editing vlogs and videos and documentaries, or anything to do with editing a film. Because recently just filmed my first documentary series. I've edited it, I've produced it, and it's out to the world. Link will be up in the description and in these card things. But I've learned so much about what is useful, what you should scrap when it comes to post-production. And if you want more videos about maybe how I edit, how I organize stuff, please tell me. But right now I'm going to talk about the main accessories, some of the best accessories when it comes to editing vlogs. So first, let me preface what the machine I'm using to edit my videos is. This is a MacBook Pro. It's a high-end, top-of-the-line sort of computer system. It is a MacBook Pro 2016 13-inch with a touch bar. It's a lot of names. But the computer is kind of, shouldn't focus on the computer right now, because yes, I'm talking about the accessories that go with this computer, but it works with any computer or laptop you're using. So just to preface, I'm using this computer, the 2016 13-inch MacBook Pro. Incredible power machine. Prior to this I was using a PC. They work fine, and all of these accessories can be used and can be applied to your computer at home. Okay, so the first accessory that I think is super important when it comes to video editing is the port. So what you have on your computer that you can plug in your devices and your accessories. The MacBook. The MacBook hardly has any ports. It has 4 USB-C ports, and that's not very useful. And so the little accessory that I have is this USB hub, a USB-C hub, I guess, and it's from the company called Jatczynski. It's pretty damn awesome. I use it all the time. I can't make a video without this thing, because I can't plug in my SD cards, I can't plug in some old hard drives and various other devices. So I do need this. Now you might be saying, oh Luther, you just said that this wasn't, you could apply this to our laptops, and our laptops have SD cards, have USB ports, and they aren't as terrible as your MacBook. Well, holy moly. Can you hear that? That is crazy. That's not a commercial airline. That is like a stealth machine. Back to what I was saying. Right. I think that extending your ports is super useful. So maybe you do have a computer that has all the ports you ever need, but it's only got 2 USBs and you need 4 USB ports. It's really useful just to get a small little device like this that you can plug into one of the USB ports, and it gives you a few more ports to use. Super useful when it comes to time where your battery is going low. You need to plug in 3 hard drives, you need to plug in your SD card, you need to plug in a mouse or plug in your headphones. It's super useful if you can have the ports to your advantage. I've spent a lot of time in the past. I had all my ports filled up on my old laptop, and I couldn't fit in a hard drive, and I needed that hard drive, so it just takes a while transferring files. Super useful. They're relatively inexpensive. I recommend these a lot. I think the most important things are storage, because video takes up a lot of space, and especially if you're doing a big project like my Adventure Diary series, that was roughly 300 gigabytes of footage that I had to process. I can't fit 300 gigabytes in this laptop, so I needed external storage. So in the past I've had hard drives like this. This was the one I used to use for my PC. I've had a hard drive like this awesome thing. If you are using USB-C laptops, I recommend you get a hard drive with a USB-C plug-in cable. But yeah, I've had a lot of hard drives, and now I've sort of finalized what I call my external storage system, and it is working brilliantly for editing videos and also for my documentary series. So in here, in this little case, is the system. It's very small, it's very compact. I am quite a minimal sort of person, a minimalist, and I want to have my whole system to be able to put in a bag and go off somewhere. So I like to have my storage in one container. I've got my laptop and this and that and that, and it can all be quite small, compact, put it in a bag, and off I go. I don't want to have loads of junk everywhere. So my system's quite small, quite compact, but it's super versatile and useful. So in this case, I think we should talk about the main storage. Now, you're going to have to invest in storage. Storage is not cheap, but when it comes to it, you would rather have all your files backed up, be able to use them again, and make sure they are safe, that you're not going to lose them, especially in a big project. That would be terrible. So it's better to invest in some higher quality hard drives with a bit more space and storage. It will do you good in the long run. So my choice was this hard drive right here. It's 4 terabytes. If you don't know what a terabyte is, that's 1,000 gigabytes. 4,000 gigabytes of storage space in this thing. Awesome, beastly piece of equipment. This is from Lassie. I've never stuck to one single company. Maybe I should, but I've changed every single time I've got a new hard drive. So this is 4 terabytes. Been using it for half a year. Still haven't filled it up, which is absolutely brilliant. And I used to edit off this, so I used to upload my footage onto here, plug it into my computer, and edit off it. That is not a good idea. Definitely not a good idea. This is a hard drive, so it's not that quick. So one, you can't edit it that quickly because the information and the data speeds aren't that fast. And the other is, if something goes wrong between the two, then you've lost everything on this guy. And 4 terabytes of footage, I don't want to lose that. All of that. So I decided to keep this as a backup. So this is just all my YouTube videos, all the footage that I just keep on here, and I don't edit off it. I just back all my files up onto this. Super important that you have a backup. And the main device that I use for editing is this little guy. Look at this guy. He's tiny. Now, firstly, I was gifted this from a viewer. Thank you so very much. That is incredibly generous and incredibly kind of you. And that is awesome. Seriously, big thank you. But this is the Samsung T5 SSD. This is one of the high-end, newest sort of SSDs out there. External SSD, that is. This is made by Samsung, as I said, and it's 500 gigabytes. And you're like, whoa, Luther, that is not enough storage. I need a terabyte. Well, here's the sort of idea of why you should get one of these guys, because they're awesome. Okay, the reason why they're awesome is, yes, it's only 500 gigabytes, but only use this for your current project. So you've got a vlog, you filmed it all. What I do is I bring all the footage from my SD card, from my camera. I put it onto the SSD. Definitely not 500 gigabytes, maybe 100 gigabytes. So then I have all the footage from that video, all the footage I need, all the music, everything on this guy. I can then put the SD card back in the camera, so I can use that again if I need to, and I can plug this into my computer. And because it's an SSD, it runs extremely quickly. Data transfer is incredibly fast, so the editing is really nice and smooth. And then if this fails, which it really won't because it's an SSD, it's really good. But if this does fail, the only thing that is lost is the files on here, but I've also got them on my SD card, and maybe I back them up onto my hard drive. So I've got this whole sort of database of my footage that I can just go back to and fall back on if this fails. This also saves me taking up all the storage on my laptop. I've got a lot of files for school on here. I've got other files on here that take up a lot of space, and if I had a 200 gigabyte project, I couldn't fit it on here. And that was the problem I came across when I was filming and post-production of my documentary series. I came across the problem that I put everything, all the footage onto my laptop, and I didn't have enough space to even create a project on Final Cut Pro. And so one of you guys came to my rescue, and you sent over this, and it worked wonders. I was able to finish the project, and it all worked brilliantly, and nothing was lost. It all came out clean as ever, and my whole documentary series came out with no footage lost, and it all worked perfectly. So big thank you to whoever sent that. Really appreciate it. And it's also just a really good system for editing. Well, I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. It's very different to what I usually make, but I think it's cool. I get to give you a bit of information that I've learned from making all these films, vlogs, and documentaries and things. If you like what I'm doing, you can subscribe to this channel to see more videos like this and other fun content. But other than that, I'll see you soon. Stay happy, stay humble, and stay curious. Goodbye.